A's Extra.
Welcome back on the Anglers Extra pregame show. Almost time for Game 15 of the Cape League season. Chatham visits Brewster for the first time in 2025. It's time for the Manager's Show alongside the Chatham manager, Dennis Cook. I'm Jake Klein. Dennis, an 11-6 win over Wareham last night. What'd you see out there?
Guys swing the bat really good. Just continued doing what they've been doing the last few games, and just feel like we're getting better and better every game. Seeing good pitches, squaring them up, not missing pitches when we're in offensive counts. So I'm really proud of the kids. They made a big jump, and hopefully it just continues.
If you could pinpoint one thing that's been the catalyst for this offense over the last week, what would it be?
I just think we're getting better pitches to hit, and we're not missing them when we get them.
What would you say is the benefit of the way you've kept continuity in this lineup?
Well, I think it's, the guys are up here to play. That's why our roster is short. They're up here to play, not sit the bench and play twice a week. So I have 11 position players, and I want to keep the core of our lineup playing every day. We have enough off days where they get plenty of rest. So we don't need 15 position players. I think 11 or 10, and we're good to go.
Maybe the picture of the continuity in your lineup has been Henry Ford. He's back at the top of the lineup today. 5 runs driven in for him last night. What did you see in that performance?
Well, just unbelievable. I mean, Henry is, like I said, he's one of my favorite players. He's, he loves to play baseball, and he's here. Doesn't have to be here, but he's here and simply because he loves to play baseball. And, he got home at 3 o'clock in the morning from New York the night before, and I thought about giving him the day off. And I was like, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play him, see what happens. He gets 3 hits, drives in 5. So, just thankful that he's here with us, and I wish we could keep him all summer.
The other guy who's been in the lineup every day of the season so far is Ethan Mendoza. You've shuffled him around, lead off, 5-hole, 3-hole lately. What does he bring to the lineup?
He's a good hitter. His bat-to-ball skill is really, really good. It's high level. I like him in the 3-hole because he hits behind runners. He doesn't strike out a lot. Just a good player.
You've passed Orleans in the East Division standings up into 4th place. Now just 2 points back of Harwich, and you've got that Brewster game tonight and then the home with Orleans. How critical are the next 3 days for your team?
They're all the same to me. I didn't even know where we were in the standings, to be honest with you. I hadn't seen standings. Listen, we can't control all that stuff. All we can control is good at bats and throwing strikes and playing defense. If we do that, I like our chances. If we do those things good and we lose, so be it.
Chatting with Dennis Cook on the Manager's Show before the A's take on the Brewster Whitecaps at Stony Brook Field. Dennis, tonight you face Brewster for the second time. You turn to Tate Carey on the mound. What's he going to bring?
Tate's going to bring a good fastball, and he's trying to develop a curveball. I've been working on that, secondary pitch, and hopefully he'll throw some good ones tonight, and he'll get better from his last outing in Bourne. He did good in Bourne, did really good in Bourne. I just wanted to see him get a little more consistent with the secondary pitch and just see some progress, make sure he's going in the right direction with that.
What's a good indication of progress on a breaking ball?
Just a few more strikes with it, and then being able to vary speeds early in the count, be able to throw it over for a strike, and then with 2 strikes being able to power it and maybe bury it and get a swing and miss. Just things like that, and learning how to use it. So when we send him back to Michigan, he's better than when he came to us.
You had a couple of days there with only 9 position players. You mentioned you're back up to 11 on the roster. What kind of additional flexibility has that brought you?
It's the perfect number for me. We're going to play guys. We're going to play catchers in the outfield. We're going to give them at bats out there. We're going to make them more versatile than one position players. We got guys that can play everywhere. Gavin Gallagher. I asked him yesterday. I was going to ask him. I said, "Hey, Gavin, can you play?" And before I could even ask him where, he said, "Yes, I can play there." So I'm going to play him at shortstop some. I'm going to play him in center field. I'm going to move him around because the more versatile these kids can become, the more valuable they are to the professional guys. And I think Henry Ford is a perfect example of that. He's a first baseman and a corner outfielder. Some questions, is he landlocked at those places? You know what? Henry Ford is a damn good center fielder. And now every scout in America knows he's a good center fielder. And that's only going to add to his value. So, we're going to move him around, and we're going to make mistakes, but you know what? That's just the way it is.
Henry Ford back in center field, leading off for the A's tonight in Brewster. That's the Manager's Show. Dennis, thanks for the time.
Thank you.